Welcome back. It's Doug MPA. It is Friday, uh, January 17th of 2025. My first live stream of the year, I think. Is this my first live stream of the year? It's been a while. Anyway, thank you for being here, everyone. I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that super chat button. I have a $20 super chat goal. So if you want to donate, I'd really appreciate that. And I already see Steve M in the house. Good to see you, my friend. OSSR Speaks is in the house. He just started posting videos. If you guys can go to his channel and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it because he's been a fan of mine for a while. So I have to support him. You guys seen what the thumbnail's about? The Supreme Court is upholding its decision to get rid of TikTok. That's right. TikTok is going away, and now there is um a little curveball to this. So the Sleepy Joe's administration is leaving it to the hands of the Orange Man to handle this TikTok thing. Oh, I'll put his channel in the chat here. It's right here. 1 second. Subscribe to OSSR Speaks channel. Okay, there it is. Zoink is me. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah. So, guys, could you imagine all the wokey wokes that hated the Orange Man, who are addicted to TikTok, and then he comes in and saves the day? I mean, I want TikTok. Well, okay. So before I get to the the show here, I have a love-hate relationship with TikTok. If I did, if I wasn't making content on the internet, I would hate it. But there's so much content for channels like mine because what do I say is the worst thing about modern women, guys? They can't keep their mouths shut and they share their whole lives all over social media. It's such low-hanging fruit and easy content for channels like mine, AJ's, all those. And that could go away. So it'll just make my YouTube life a little tougher, but still. But if I wasn't making content, I'd hate TikTok because that's the only reason why I'm on it, guys. I think Steve M said earlier that he isn't into it at all. Yeah, he says I don't use that crap. So anyway, but yeah. So TikTok on as of Sunday is going away. All these 304s are losing their minds because, guys, there is no bigger time waster than social media in the history of mankind. And the biggest culprit is TikTok. I think the average woman spends like 3 or 4 hours a day on social media, and I guarantee you a lot of that is on TikTok. I guarantee it. So we're gonna go over the crime files. So I always like to start my show with a case of a woman that's been um, accused of being prosecuted for or convicted of various crimes. So we're going to go over that. And then we're going to get into we're going to get into a story covering why TikTok is being banned. And then we're going to look at all the 304 tiers. So like the video, subscribe. There is a Zoom link at the top of the chat if you want to join the conversation. I'd love to have you. So let's get into this. I hope everyone's having a good Friday so far. I know I am. Share. Share. Okay. So that's OSSR Speaks channel. So go ahead and subscribe to him. I'd appreciate that. And Aaron B in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Zoink is mentioned. At the same time, I'm going to be upset. I won't see these 304s getting fired for creating TikToks. 100%, guys. All of the foolishness. If it was crazy. I think some of the craziest things I've seen on TikTok are women getting tattoos all over the place, or the women that film themselves getting fired on TikTok. Why would you do that? Why? Or these women in tech videos where, oh yeah, I work for Google, I work for Yahoo. Let me set up my phone and film the inside of the Yahoo building. Insane, guys. Insane. All right, so this woman was sentenced to capital deletion, and let's see why.
A Spokane woman involved in a brutal murder learned her fate today. Brenda Cross will spend 8.5 years in prison.
Night, Regan.
Last year, Brenda Cross and her fiance, John Eisenman, both admitted to killing the 19-year-old victim and then leaving his body in the trunk of their car for a year. At the time,
Did you hear that, guys? Did you hear that? Oh my God. Let's rewind.
Regan.
Last year, Brenda Cross and her fiance, John Eisenman, both admitted to killing the 19-year-old victim and then leaving his body in the trunk of their car for a year.
How do you drive around with a body in your trunk for a year?
Jesus H. Christ.
Oh my goodness.
At the time, they claimed the boyfriend sold their daughter into sex trafficking organization, although that now has been disproven in court. This led one.
So they took him out and accused him of trying to get their daughter involved in trafficking. Okay.
Local family into a 5-year spiral. Today, the teen's mother told me it was finally their time to support and honor their late son.
Can you imagine the suffering and the pain that
RJL, good to see you, my friend. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
my son-in-law and daughter went through for over a year looking for their son?
Family and friends filled the courtroom seats, many people with tears in their eyes. The mother of the victim said in her statements that her and her husband adopted their son from the foster system after he was born, and that he had struggled with autism and other mental health issues since he was young.
His suffering and crying out to die haunts me. This is my life sentence. Every night, I beg God, please let me go to sleep quickly.
She continued to explain that it was her son's mental health that compromised his ability to look out for his own best interest, which is why she claims her son trusted his girlfriend's family before Cross and Eisenman brutally murdered him.
I'd also like to give my deepest and most sincere apology.
What could this guy have possibly done for them to do this to him? This is crazy. Insane.
Family and friends involved.
And now she's crying. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I want to apologize to the family. Women, guys.
I lay awake nearly every night thinking about all the lives that have been extraordinary and are still affected by the choice I have made.
Cross was initially charged with murder in this case. However, prosecutors later reduced that charge to manslaughter, finding that.
And why is that, guys? Why would they reduce that charge from murder to manslaughter? Why? Because she's a woman. That's why.
That her fiance, Eisenman, was the main perpetrator.
102 months, so you do at least get the highest end of the range.
Today, the judge in the case ruled that because Cross was involved and accepted responsibility, she is getting the maximum sentence for a manslaughter charge, which is 8.5 years. Cross will.
So she only gets 8.5 years because somehow she convinced the jury that it was the man who planned the whole thing, and she was a poor victim. He probably forced her to do it because she didn't know any better.
Also serve an additional 3 years of community custody upon release and must also follow up with mental health treatment.
John Eisenman was supposed to be in court with Cross today, but because of a scheduling problem,
I feel like she'd be pretty if she didn't have this part here. What's that about? If she would have her hair down, it would make her look a lot better. And then she has this whole clown makeup thing on, like all the pink on the side of her face. You know, she's about a 5, 5.5, a 6. Well, you know, I'd say a 6. What do you think, guys? Yeah, at least we're back to attractive news anchors, right?
expected to be back in court next Thursday, January 23rd. In the newsroom, Regan Gallo, Creme 2 News.
Regan is her name. Yikes. Daniel Caroma in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Always good to see you. Zoinki's mate says a 5. Yeah, if she'd get rid of that clown makeup and get rid of this part, it would look a lot better. Anyway, so what's going on with the TikTok ban? Let's see. Now, once again, I'm going to restate my position. If I wasn't doing YouTube, I'd be all about TikTok crashing and burning. But because I do, TikTok makes it so much easier, guys. So, is this going to be the end for channels like mine, AJ's? No, but it's just going to be a different kind of content moving forward. But let's get into this. Dan Karoma, yes, they are. The Supreme Court upheld the ban on TikTok. Yep, as of today. Yep.
The fate of TikTok could be decided at any moment. Today, the U.S. Supreme Court heard arguments over this new law to ban the app by January 19th because of national security concerns. The law would require the Chinese parent company of TikTok, ByteDance, to divest itself, or the platform would go dark. NBC5's Jen Shantz on the story for us. She's here now to explain what this means for everyday people. Jen?
Well, there's a lot to unpack, Allison. Let's start with what this means for everyday users like you at home. While nothing is certain yet, should the law that bans TikTok take effect, if you have the app on your phone, it's not going to magically disappear overnight, nor are you legally required to delete it. But the app stores won't have updates, which over time will affect how the app operates, and no new users will be able to download it either. It's likely people may attempt workarounds like a virtual private network or VPN, where users can appear to be in a different geographic location, or for Android users, side loading. That's getting the app from somewhere outside of Google's Play Store, but there's risks to that, and it's rather technical. As all of this unfolds in the high court, content creators are bracing for whatever comes next.
So I have a video after this. I have this woman is trying to say that TikTok being banned is an attack on women and women's rights. That's how serious these 304's are taking this TikTok ban, guys. I'll play that after this.
It means a loss of revenue for sure. It means a loss of 160,000 people that follow me for recommendations and just entertainment.
Chicago-based lifestyle content creator Jen White posts everything from travel reels,
a day in my 40-something life traveling solo in Paris,
to product reviews on TikTok. Since starting just before the pandemic, much of her reach now benefits local Chicago businesses. With a possible ban on the horizon.
Every time I see another influencer creator, it's what are we going to do? What's your plan? How are you going to handle this?
Those people, you're going to have to get a real job. How hard is that? And guys, if TikTok goes away, I'm going to keep track of all the women getting their freaking cars repossessed because they're losing their social media money. Getting their houses foreclosed on, defaulting on their student loan debt, guys. Because remember, women make significantly more money off of social media than men. Why can't they ban Instagram? That'd be great to see, wouldn't it, guys?
People are going to have to quickly figure out how to shift their operations.
It's something Jen is already doing, hoping her followers will migrate to other platforms like Instagram or YouTube. There's evidence that's already happening. But the brand deals and income as a creator on TikTok would go away. If a ban were to take effect, how long before content goes dark?
So the answer is not simple, and some amount of time might be required.
Northwestern University professor V.S. Subramanian says to think of this like a pipe. From your phone, you request information from TikTok whenever you watch videos.
And flowing down from the other side, either in response to a request from me or of their own.
This guy looks like a Professor V.S. Sabayahanian, doesn't he? Look at this guy. He looks like he doesn't look like a supervillain, but he looks like the sidekick to a supervillain. Doesn't he? Look at this guy.
On volition, there's data coming from the TikTok side to my phone. If that pipe is removed or kind of blocked in the middle, then this flow cannot happen.
A preliminary decision by the High Court could come at any time. The justices today did not appear convinced by TikTok's free speech arguments, but there's still uncertainty over exactly how they'll handle the case.
A lot of people are creating posts on TikTok to say, hey, I'm on the other apps and you should follow me there. And I haven't done that yet, but I think it's time to
You better start.
do it like today.
If the law banning the app is upheld and takes effect on January 19th, that is one day before President-elect Donald Trump takes office. Trump has asked the Supreme Court to temporarily block the law so that he can pursue, quote, a political resolution to this. It's unclear exactly what that would be. Coming up at 6 o'clock, reaction from TikTok's attorneys. Much more to come on this. Alex.
So many people have this app, Jen, and use it all the time. So it's definitely a big talker. Thank you so much for digging into that today.
170 million users in the United States. There's 380 million people, 170 million people on TikTok, guys. How crazy is that? And so by demographic, who do you think, by age and gender, who do you think was the group that voted the most for TikTok to stay? You guys already know. You're who? Put in the chat. Take a guess. Age group, gender. Try and guess. Anyone? 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 Women under 30. That's right. These women are hooked on TikTok like crack. And 18-year-old HGTV liberals. Yeah, that's a big part. Females, of course. Yep, 100%. Hey guys, it is easy to build a following on TikTok, but haven't tried to build a following on YouTube, guys. I would say that YouTube is the hardest place to build a following, and TikTok is the easiest. Instagram is right in the middle. QJC in the house. Yep, Orange Man coming for them student loans. I'm here for it, guys. Yeah. RGL says they, them, both of them dumb. They, them, fee-fi-fo-fum. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, I'm looking forward to this. You guys know that student loans and women are my favorite thing to talk about on my channel. In fact, what is the stat? What percentage of student loan borrowers are in default, right? Okay, so there's almost 7 million people that have student loans, right? And hold on one second. What percentage of student loans? And okay. And wait. Yeah. So there's 7 million student loan debt borrowers and 2.8 million people are already in student loan default, guys. 2.8 million of 7 million. It's insane, guys. I guarantee you most of those are women. I guarantee it. All right.
Unanimous decision.
So let's see what the news has to say with some of these people about the TikTok ban.
To uphold the TikTok ban. How do you feel about the Supreme Court's unanimous decision to uphold the TikTok ban?
I think it's pretty unfortunate.
I feel like a part of my soul is leaving.
I feel like part of my soul is leaving. Come on now. Are you serious? Come on.
Jesus H. Christ.
It's a bit of a sad day for the country and the world. A lot of people have found streams of income and jobs from TikTok. Some things that we don't find out about, like how to do taxes, for example, they don't teach you in schools. Just basic life skills that we can easily search up and figure out how to do it in 2 minutes on TikTok.
Or you can search on YouTube and not give your information to China. That'd be nice.
Honestly, I think it's a good thing. Well, it's really good to unite people that maybe would not have been united before in terms of like getting their voices on the internet. I also think that it's become like an echo chamber for voices
Pyro, good to see you, my friend. Always good to see you.
that are spreading like false or incorrect or harmful information.
To be honest, I think it's a really sad decision just as someone that uses TikTok as like one of the only forms of social media. I think it's a very versatile platform, and so I think it's really sad that we're not able to have it.
Yeah, I also think it's sad, and I'm curious to see if Trump does anything about it when he gets inaugurated. I'm curious.
All these guys on here, oh, I'm gonna miss TikTok. It's so sad.
Beta!
Come on now.
To see how users react. I know a lot of people are already going on to rednote. It's kind of insane that everyone's going to rednote. Like I'm Chinese American, so I've used it. I've been using it. It's like mostly for food recommendations and stuff like that. But I'm very used to people not knowing what that is.
So guys, rednote is where people are going instead of TikTok, and rednote has a whole different set of guidelines. I have a TikTok that's gonna where this woman is gonna read the guidelines. So rednote is literally saying we are owned by China. And they don't play the LGBTQ stuff. They don't play you showing wealth. They don't play you showing skin. None of that. And most of it's in Chinese too. It's hilarious. And and she said rednote is mostly for food recommendations, guys. What was TikTok for before these freaking influencer 304's took it over? Does anyone remember? When TikTok first came out, who was on it, guys? Who was it for? You remember? It was for little kids. Then all the 304's took it over and started posting all sorts of freaking content on there and ruined the whole thing. Yep. Yeah, but Pyro says it. Chinese TikTok is just for education. Our TikTok is for the degeneracy. That's what it's for. You can literally see videos where people show the difference between Chinese and Japanese TikTok and American TikTok. It's ridiculous. Daniel Caroma says kids. Yep, 100%. And now they're gonna go over to rednote and ruin rednote too.
I think it's a silly decision to make, and so many people I know are really frustrated by it.
I think that's a little bit misinformed because TikTok is really a platform for learning as well as like a place to, decompress, especially.
Look at this freaking guy. I can't stand it.
Beta! For students, after a chaotic day.
Only thing worse than a 304 is saying, I need
How do you
TikTok.
feel about this?
There's a grown man saying that he needs TikTok. Come on now.
I love TikTok so much.
Friends would miss it. I know that for a fact.
I think for their sake.
Hold on. Sorry, guys.
Oh, great. Lovely. That's not good.
Do you think Trump will save it?
I mean, I would love to see the app stay.
Like I said earlier, could you imagine all these freaking liberal blue-haired freaks who are voting against the orange man? If he saves TikTok, could you imagine? I love it.
I think that he needs to be doing. I love TikTok so much.
Friends would miss it. I know that for a fact.
I think for
I just can't stand it.
Beta! Beta! Beta!
their safety, their young minds, that it'll be beneficial.
I think he might, but I wouldn't be shocked if he didn't.
It would be wise of him to save it so that he could have approval from the young voters that he earned.
But I do think that it'll help. Actually, I don't know if it'll help. I think that the government's kind of trying to take an initiative, control certain aspects. They're going to do what they're going to do.
Because a lot of people are like, I'm going down with my shit, not going to transfer to Meta because 3 millionaires close to office kind of thing.
If TikTok does get banned, where are you going to go?
I love Instagram. I think Blue Sky might top off a little bit more.
I'm probably going to use my phone a lot less, honestly. Maybe I'll go for a walk, read a book or something.
I told you guys, modern 304s are addicted to social media like crack. This is literally heroin addicts going cold turkey.
Oh, great. Lovely.
Literally. What other analogy, what other example could you use? This is like heroin addicts going cold turkey.
TikTok
All right,
ban.
so freaking listen to this girl, because I got that for it. TikTok.
You're out of
TikTok is an attack on women's rights. Watch this.
Influencers aren't out of touch for crying about the TikTok ban.
Anders, good to see you, my friend.
You're out of touch for not realizing this is a real industry. You're out of touch for not realizing that social media is one of the only spaces where women run this shit. Y'all cry about women's rights and women supporting women. Yet women on this app are the first ones crawling to Reddit to complain about their favorite influencers, ripping them apart in their comments, saying they're so excited that they're going to have to get real jobs now.
Did you hear that? She said women are going to Reddit to complain about other women and telling them to get real jobs when they lose TikTok. What are you telling you guys? Who are women's worst enemy? Other women. If you ask any of your female friends, your sister or your mom, who's done the download dirtiest thing to them, who's been the worst to them, it's other women. 50% of women would rather work for a male boss than a female boss. 90% of paralegals would rather work for a male attorney than a female attorney. 80% of workplace bullying in the United States is women bullying other women. And they expect us to put up with them. Insanity, guys. Come on now.
Support women, and yet you're the first ones to discredit all of the work women do. And let's take a step back for a minute. You also don't realize how many people that are invisible behind the scenes that you don't.
Yeah, Ronnie says it. 304's on TikTok. Learn the code. Remember that saying? Like what? That was in 2020, 2021. Learn the code. Yep.
Don't even realize work at TikTok, work on campaigns, work with agencies, work in advertising that are about to lose their jobs in an already impossible job market. You don't want to see women have autonomy over their schedules, be able to be the breadwinners of their families, have
guys, and she's talking about TikTok of all things.
The freedom to leave really bad situations. Normal consumers and normal people in the job market are struggling to find work because we're all getting laid off left and right. I know I was laid off twice. Only 1% of your favorite influencers, ones that you built up only to bring back down, are the ones bringing in those $1 million paychecks. You're okay seeing moms that are able to support their kids, leave toxic environments. You built their confidence up. You rallied for their success, losing everything, because you don't really want to see them succeed.
I told you, women are the heroes and the victims in their story, guys. At the same time, Rachel Gamer says, to be honest, I kind of want TikTok to stay just so I can have less competition in the job market. So many make TikToks that sabotage their career prospects. 100% true, guys. In fact, before TikTok goes down, go to TikTok and type in "I got fired" and pop some popcorn. It's hilarious. In fact, you know what? Let me see this woman here.
Influencers aren't out of touch.
Do you have her name here? Okay, let's look into this. Cora Lakey LinkedIn. Let me look into this woman here. Come on. Where are you? Cora Lakey. Where are you? Does she have a link tree? Let me see. You're not on LinkedIn? Why are you not on LinkedIn? Because I want to see this woman. I want to see what she what her background is. 1 second, guys. Let me look. Is she not on LinkedIn? Cora Lakey. Is this her? Yep, here she is. I'm not going to show people's LinkedIn because I don't think that you can do that. But she's been a self-employed content creator since October of 2024. She lives in in the Bay Area, and she has a bachelor's degree in public relations, guys. Of course she does. Of course she does. And she was a recruiter and a freelance events coordinator for most of her career before she quit her job to be a full-time content creator in October of of 2024. I bet she regrets that now, doesn't she, guys? Oh man. Anyway, all right.
Host for a boutique where
Let's get into the 304
90% of our sales.
Guys, make sure to like the stream, subscribe if you haven't already. There is a link at the top of the chat if you want to come in to join the conversation. And I've a $20 super chat goal for each stream. So if you want to donate, I'd appreciate that. Pyro says, Doug, Anton did 2 videos about 2 dudes getting fired, talking bad about their co-workers on social media. Yeah, I saw that. This guy lost a $500,000 a year job based on posting on TikTok. What an idiot, guys. What an idiot.
Guys, if that TikTok ban goes in place on Sunday, I'm going to lose my job. If all of our other ideas fail, I will lose my job because my job title is a live host for a boutique where 90% of our sales come from TikTok shop. And the reason why TikTok lives work so well is because of TikTok's algorithm. We cannot switch over to another platform because even when I was on TikTok live the other day, we set up a secondary phone to get on Instagram live to see how it was going to go. We were lucky if we kept 1 viewer at a time. 1 viewer at a time. It does not work the same. There are no sales being generated from the Instagram live because they don't have the same algorithm as TikTok. I know we've been seeing 100 different things about who's going to do what to stop this ban, and I'm not believing a single thing until I see it come from a very, very credible source, like out of our president's mouth or from the Supreme Court.
Jane Karoma, always good to see you, my friend. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. He lives in the UK, so it's like 1:30 there.
I don't.
Ken for Julia in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Champagne Pilots. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it.
I want myself to get gaslit here, so I'm just trying to pay attention, take everything with a grain of salt.
Look at all the tattoos on her hands, guys. Look.
Mouth or from the Supreme
Watch.
Court. I don't want myself to get gaslit.
Look at that. And then she has one right here too.
Gaslit here, so I'm just trying to pay attention, take everything with a grain of salt, and just hope and pray. But I hope this just tells you that there's other people on this app that are losing their jobs, not just those big influencers that have those really lavish lifestyles that you're like, well, they can go to another platform and they will be just fine. What about people like me? What about the people who work for the companies that are just based on TikTok? What about the people who work?
Why would you have a company that's just based on TikTok, guys? It's just like, I know I need to start a Rumble. I really do. Because, YouTube changed its algorithm and stuff. You can get demonetized at any time. So you got to have another way to make money off your videos. So I might make that as a goal this year. Rejai Gamer in the house. Hi, how you doing, my friend? What's going on?
Hello, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yep, I'm fantastic, man. What do you think about this whole TikTok ban?
So I actually wanted to make the comment based on what she said about the whole algorithm thing. So in reality, it's kind of like they're going to lose TikTok no matter what, because if another American company gets it, they don't get the algorithm.
Yep, you good job. You know what, Rejai Gamer? I'm going to give you a round of applause because I completely forgot about that. Let me give you a round of applause. Keep going. Go ahead.
Yeah, so in a way, they're just getting, it's like an American company can get it, but they don't get the algorithm. So she's literally complaining about like going to Instagram doesn't give them the same amount of like ability to get customers or whatever. If TikToks get bought by someone else, it's going to be the same thing. You don't even get the algorithm. You just get the customers. So you're pretty much working off of nothing. These people be smart enough just to start trying to migrate somewhere, like, and just make that work or something.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to grow an audience on Instagram and YouTube than it is on TikTok. TikTok is like sugary candy in a big candy store. People get addicted to it like they get addicted to gummy bears. But YouTube is like going to the gym. You know what I'm saying? It's freaking, starting on YouTube is like January 2nd of a new year going to the gym, guys. That's what it's like. And you got to keep going to the gym to be successful. Whereas TikTok, all you got to do is just eat the sugar. Just keep eating it.
For the TikTok company itself in the US. We're all losing our jobs. We are all losing our jobs too. And I'm just an average Joe. Okay, I'm not an influencer. I'm an average Joe that found a job that mostly all of it has to do with TikTok, okay? Now, you can say all you want to about putting eggs in one basket. She has done everything in
Yeah, and we will.
her power to make sure that she posts on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, all the same as she does TikTok. And TikTok is the only one that gained her popularity because the TikTok shop, because of the way you can link products in posts, and
Giancarlo, good to see you, my friend. Dante's in front of purgatory. Always good to see you, my friend.
because of the way the algorithm works. Me losing my job over this ban has nothing to do with the boutique owner. There's no fault on her because she had no idea that this was actually going to happen because we've been, like toyed with. We've been playing chicken with this for the.
But this went through April of last year. What's she talking about? Come on. I'm not going to say that she didn't know. Come on now. What's up, Ray J?
Doug, these are the same people who thought that there's going to be some kind of student loan forgiveness.
These are the same people that thought that cackling Kamala was going to be president.
Yeah, I'm always kind of surprised, but kind of not, that you need to assume the worst. Like my saying right here is, prepare for the worst, hope for the less worse.
Yeah, yep, I agree. Because you know what, guys, as a man, so some of the best advice my father ever gave me was, life is gonna suck a lot of the time. What are you gonna do about it? And if you can answer that question, you will succeed as a man. But these women are having to face that question. You know what? It's gonna suck when TikTok shuts down. What are you gonna do about it? Especially Gen Z, guys. Society has completely insulated Gen Z 27 to 17 from adversity, difficulty, suffering, pain, delayed gratification. Yeah. So let's see what they're going to do about it. Right?
The last 4 years on the.
Oh, yeah. I haven't hit this button yet because for TikTok is.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Ban, and it's everything to do with the U.S. government. I also learned that a lot of government officials who voted for the ban have high stocks in Meta, which is TikTok's main competition. So if TikTok were no longer to exist, the stock for Meta is going to rise, making them money on a ban they voted for. So they don't really care about security risk, I don't think, because if they did.
Yeah. RJL, that's right. Did anyone freak out when MySpace fell off? You guys remember Friendster? The MySpace days. Man, that was so long ago. AJ's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. He said he got no love for these hoes, 100%. Dante says, hey, ladies, the IRS is the largest, most aggressive tax collection agency in the world. They will seize your bank account, garnish your wages, close your business, and file criminal charges. 100% true. Oh, yeah, Giancarlo, rednote's cooked. It's a matter of time. Just wait.
Temu wouldn't exist, Shein wouldn't exist, DHgate wouldn't exist. There are 100 other apps that wouldn't exist if security risk was actually the main reason why they wanted to ban this app. But if you think for a second that security is the reason why they want to ban this app, you are blind. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. They're going to take it from us so they can stick it in their pocket. They want it sold to an American buyer. If it's an
Ronnie, I'm gonna cover rednote a little later, but it's kind of like TikTok, but it is blatantly owned by China. And when you download it, it's in Chinese, and somehow you have to find the button to switch it to English. And they have all sorts of restrictions. So no LGBT, HGTV stuff, no showing skin, no showing wealth, none of that. None of it.
American-owned business, they will.
And Tom, good to see you, my friend. Black Ghost, good to see you. And guys, once again, subscribe to OSSR Speaks channel. He just started posting videos, so go over to his channel and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it.
make the money off of what the creators make. They will make money.
In fact, OSSR Speaks, if you could drop the link to your channel in the chat, I'd appreciate it.
Off of the owner of TikTok from their income. They will make so much more money as the government, as people who are invested in it. It's literally all about the money. If you've listened to this entire thing, kudos to you. I appreciate you. Thank you for sticking around. I'm just so irritated with hearing one side, people saying, oh, it's getting banned. Other side saying, it's not going anywhere. Stop. You're so delusional. Did you not hear this? Did you not hear this? Nothing is concrete, y'all. The only thing that's concrete is that there's a ban set in place on Sunday 19th. Okay? Okay. Have a great day. Guys.
All these tears, guys.
That TikTok ban goes in place on.
Go ahead.
So what I find funny is how they're so concerned about this, but you saw none of them try to contact any of their government officials to actually do anything about this.
Yeah, and the thing about it is guys, even if you were to say if they were trying to blame it on the election or whatever, the left, I mean, Sleepy Joe's administration passed the ban, so they can't say, well, you know, if Orange Man wasn't in there. No, actually, I'm gonna keep saying this, guys. Orange Man voted to get rid of TikTok in 2016, but then he saw how much of impact it made on the election for him, and now he wants to save it. And all these blue-haired, pierced-up, tattooed left-wing crazies would have to thank the Orange Man for saving TikTok. Guys, I'd love it. I would love it, man. I would love it. Let's go. All right. Look at this girl. I got this loaded up.
Duh.
The size of this girl. What's going on?
So, one of the Orange Man's policies about the whole tariffs on, coming in, that's actually a real concern for me because I import a lot of stuff from, especially Japan, but other countries. So I will.
You don't have to worry about Japan because Japan's economy's in the toilet, but maybe other places, but not Japan. Because Japan has the highest exchange rate for the dollar since 1974 or something like that. Yeah.
Doug, I know that for a fact because, like I said, I buy a lot of stuff from Japan and get it shipped here.
Yeah.
But if they did somehow, if they made some kind of concrete saying oh yeah, you're going to be paying twice as much to get stuff shipped here from Japan, you will see me talking to Congress. I've told plenty of people.
But
that will be real.
But I'm going to break it down to brass tacks for you, Ray Guy. Are you married? No. Do you have any children? No. So you have much more. I mean, it would suck to have to deal with that, but you have a lot more leeway to be able to deal with that than a lot of these 304s here living paycheck to paycheck with bastard kids and freaking houses that they can't afford and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So at least this is only affecting your hobbies and not your, and not your way of life. And that's your quality of living. Understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of these 304s, they can barely afford tariffs on anything. This is actual living expenses. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway.
Oh, and I saw what AJ said about the tariffs. I was just specifically saying if they did do something, you will see me. I will make a whole campaign and actually go into Congress if I can. And I'm like, if I'm willing to do that, I don't see you all making any kind of, steps to actually make something happen.
Rage High's like, that's right. You better take those tariffs away. I'm about to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got nothing on Rage Eye. 51, how you doing, my friend? What's going on?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on, Doug?
What do you think about this TikTok ban craziness?
Man, I hope they set TikTok on fire and shoot it into space.
Why is that?
It is killing these women. It is killing them. They really think it's real. They think the stuff in TikTok is real.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, if I wasn't doing YouTube content, you know, I would be all about it going. But you know, it's just such low hanging fruit, guys. It's
I
so
agree.
easy because you know, I said this. I'm gonna say this multiple times on the stream. I said on multiple streams and videos. You know, the worst part about 304's isn't the fact that they're baby mamas or that they're whores or that they freaking, you know, get IVF later on in life and stuff. It's the fact that they can't keep their mouths shut. Things that that women at the past would take to their grave, women put all over TikTok, guys. Everything. The herp derp. They're broke, living in their cars, student loan debt. They're divorced, bastard kids, all that stuff. Selling food stamps, criminal activity. What's that? Whore TikTok or something like that, where they just talk about being prostitutes. Insanity, guys. Insanity. Yeah. So you know, part of me is gonna miss it. All right, so I'm a full-time TikToker and losing all my money next week. Here's what I'm doing. So she's never had a job, guys. Never. Nomad says OF accounts are gonna multiply. I agree. John says learn to code, girls. 100%. Thank you for being here, guys. Samuel Gates says TikTok was a new confessional. No priest, just like mindless acolytes. 100% true. All right, so this woman's never had a job. Let's see what she's gonna do after TikTok.
I bought a 2025 car and bought a new 3-bedroom apartment with no plan in mind after TikTok getting banned.
Did you hear that? She bought a 2025 car and rented a 3-bedroom apartment with no plan except TikTok. In freaking sanity.
Jesus H. Christ. Currently applied to McDonald's, Wendy's, and Taco Bell because I don't have any degrees and I've never worked a job in my life, so I don't think anywhere will hire me. Secondly, I will be selling all of my belongings, starting with these things. So if you live in Central Mississippi, you can now buy all of my belongings, starting with this Merak bike. It has an app built in. It's like a Peloton, but without the Peloton fancy screen and no monthly membership. I got this for about $400. Let's just say you can have it for $60. Here's another angle of it. Here's the seat. Here is.
How much use do you think that thing's got, guys? It looks brand new, right?
Doug,
What's up?
this is exactly why I said I kind of want TikTok to still stay, because she's like, you just heard her pretty much ruin her chances of even getting hired at like a Burger King, McDonald's, something like that. As she says, like, oh, I make horrible decisions. I never worked in my life. It's like, you're just giving them too much information for them to not hire you.
Well, you know what? In any other situation besides the current one with customer service, I would say that. But I don't know where you are, Rajai. Oh yeah, you're in North Carolina, right?
No, I'm in Georgia.
Oh, Georgia. If you still look around, there's still a bunch of now hiring signs. Well, actually, with TikTok going on, those now hiring signs might actually go away. Because all these broads are gonna have to be asking if you want fries with that, or you know, or do you want whip on your latte at Starbucks?
Where you put your feet in. I've only used it once, so.
I told you guys. I told you.
The QR code to download the app and an iPad phone holder. You can adjust the pressure with that little turner there. Next is this Super Run walking pad. I only used it about 3 times and it was 160.
So she has an exercise bike she's only used once, and she has a walking pad she's only used 3 times. You guys.
$, but I'll still let you get it for half off, just $80. Here's a close-up of it. This is an LED screen. Next we have a mini love seat. I really just use it for decor to put my stuffed animals on like this, so nobody ever really sits on it. I got it from Amazon, but I found a drop shipper selling it to give you the info. It's 47 inches. I actually got it for $200, but let's just go off of this. $75. This shoe holder that has 2 racks, and the racks are adjustable if you have bigger shoes. It can technically hold 24 pairs of shoes. If your shoes are more chunky, I'd say maybe like 16. Got it for about $200. I'd be happy with like $80. This bookshelf, just the basic vibe home for Walmart, you can have it for $10.
So, guys, I spent 9 years in the DC area, right? And I can tell you, a lot of these modern women, they try to buy a house in the DC area where houses are way too expensive, and they're house poor. Guys, I've taken a girl out on a date. We went back to her house to go smash, and all she has in her house is a couch and a TV in the living room and a bed in her bedroom. That's it. There's so little furniture in her house that it echoes when you talk. You know when you guys go to like an empty house or an empty apartment and you talk and all the sound bounces off the walls? Yeah, I've seen that more than 5 times. So what exactly is she gonna have left in her house besides her cat? Because of course she has a cat.
Just need to resecure the back paneling. Some of the nails are just not
What is all this crap?
fully secure to the back, but that's a really easy fix. All the shelves are adjustable as well. This vanity with a stool, all of the drawers open, and they're gorgeous. The stool is just absolutely to die for, and the top drawer is open as well. And the
Look at her fat hands.
light is extra
Look at
open
this.
as well.
Look at that. Ugh. I look like freaking little sausages. Look at that.
Open as well. And the light is extremely bright. It is a cool toned light. Say this was 180, so you can have it for $80. Actually, let's say $70 because of all these stains on here that can be easily removed. That's like such an easy fix. But
So, Giancarlo, you are wrong. Well, RGL says a shipper pool is in her near future. 8-bit banger, good to see you, my friend. So you're wrong about no jobs. DC has the best job market. The DMV area has the best job market in the country, and also has 7 of the richest counties in the United. 7 of the top 10 richest counties in the United States, and it's so expensive because people make so much money there. It is expensive, but you can make a lot of money there. And if you can figure out, and if you're not a professional, there's always customer service jobs hiring because there's so much professional money there. So DC stays expensive because the job market is is in such high demand, and also the property there is too.
I'll just take $10 off of that. Another one of the Walmart bookshelves. This one has no back paneling, and we're just personally using it to hold our TV. Same
Wait, is that bookshelf sideways?
thing as the other one, $10. 2 bar stools. My new apartment doesn't have an area like this. The seats are like a velvet, and there's these buttons around the outside. They're about $90 each. So let's just say you can have both of them for 90 period. I'm selling everything to my name because I'm absolutely devastated. So stay tuned for the other things I'm going to post. If you live in Central Mississippi, feel free to message me. My
She lives in Central Mississippi, so what's she gonna do without TikTok?
DM's on here. And if you message me on here, leave a comment in the comment section here on this video so I can know that you commented. Okay, thanks.
So guys, 51 said that there are like 25 universities in the DMV area. You can get a job at a school and get free tuition. Guys, some of the most expensive colleges in the United States are in the DC area. George Washington University. How much is the tuition? George Washington University tuition is freaking $64,000 a year for full-time undergrad students. $64,000 a year, guys. What is going on? And then Georgetown tuition is $65,000 a year, guys. What's going on? What are we doing? Why? Go ahead.
So I'm not really familiar about, like, I don't even watch TikTok unless like YouTubers are making fun of people like how you are. So how does someone like her make money off of TikTok that she has never had a job based on what she said?
Raja is asking all the good questions. Let's find out. So this is called Queen Tay Shops. So let's see her TikTok. So she's a thrifty shopping deal finder, right? So what does she do? Go to thrift shops and then like resell stuff?
I went to Buckhead, the rich area in Atlanta, just to see what their Marshalls look like. Because yes, as y'all know from my previous vlogs, Marshalls in rich cities look different.
Oh
Now,
my
I don't know
gosh, she's from my area.
great. It's like the rich people don't shop at Marshalls here. So all the finds that all the resellers grab up are still at these stores. If you didn't know, Buckhead is the rich area of Atlanta. And I was
So I guess she.
Let's take my 2025 Camry to get a stop. Let's spend $50.
So I think that she goes to thrift stores, buys stuff, and resells it online, probably.
I bought a 2025 car. I bought a new. So I'm a full-time TikToker who just signed a lease on a 3-bedroom apartment in Atlanta, Georgia, and now TikTok's going to be banned and all my income's going to be gone the day after my lease starts. So let's talk about what's going to happen and what's going to happen.
Yeah, let's do that.
To a lot of creators who are in a similar position. First, before I talk about my lease, did you know that there are over 7 million US businesses on TikTok and they're going to lose over $300 million in revenue immediately after TikTok is gone? These are your neighbors. These are not influencers. These are not people in LA. These are your neighbors.
Okay, so she's speaking. Look, every person in here is either retired from or has a real full-time job. So we are not going to feel sorry for this woman. Sorry. Not going to happen. No way. Nope. And guys, here's the thing. Once again, what do I always say? What does feminism look like for modern women? Feminism is women. Life isn't fair for men, right? And all feminism is fighting for is for life to be as unfair for women as it is for men. This type of auditing is going to keep happening because women fought for this. A lot of, I'm telling you, just something's going to happen to OnlyFans in the next 4 or 5 years. Watch. I'm telling you,
Duh.
man. Just wait. Go ahead.
So if the only thing she's doing is buying stuff and reselling, she could still mostly do this exact same thing at like on Facebook Marketplace. Because I've actually done that before. Like I had like some duplicates of some items that I had and I wanted to get some money so I can buy something else. So I just, took the pictures, said I was selling them, put whatever the price were. I wasn't even on video or doing anything like that, which could have been a little bit better for me than what I was doing. And I just went out to people who were willing to, who said they wanted to buy them for the price and sold them and, had my day done. So
Yeah.
Like I really don't see like how TikTok is the thing that she has to do.
Well, because remember, the algorithm does so much work, whereas Facebook Marketplace doesn't. It's all about work. TikTok does all the algorithm does all this work for them. They could get as much exposure on other mediums. They just have to do work to do it. That's what it is. TikTok is quick and easy, which is why it's so easy to build a following on there.
Neighbors trying to start something small.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Let me 1 second, you guys. Hold on. Let me put the. If you guys want to join the conversation, you can join the conversation. Did I pin that to the top of the chat? Oh, if you double check.
No, you didn't, Doug. Not when I came in.
Sorry about that, guys. Let me do that right now. Give me 1 second. And if you haven't liked the stream already, please do. I'd appreciate that. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let me pin this real quick. Pin to. All right, there we go. All right. So anyone else want to come in? Go right ahead. Roving Pursuits. Good to see you, my friend. Sid Lush has been dropping bombs in the chat. Thank you for doing that. All right. Back to. Oh, where was this? Okay. Back to this woman.
Doug.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier in the whole thing about the only way to save TikTok is if an American company buys it. They can't be under what is it called ByteDance anymore in America.
Yeah.
So that algorithm will leave. So essentially, they're losing TikTok no matter what.
Yep, I agree, 100%. Like they said that this decision could be one of the biggest decisions in digital content creation history. Right here, and the fallout's going to be big. It's going to be huge, and I'm here for it. Let's go. AJ, how you doing, my friend? What's going on?
What's up, guys? Dude, TikTok, you get X amount of subscribers or whatever, and then you get paid per views on your posts, right? And then also, advertisers will pay you. They're like, well, you have X amount of posts, so you can advertise our products. So it's like YouTube. You know what I mean? But if you're like a huge TikToker and you get like however many thousand views or whatever, you get money. There's like the TikTok, it's TikTok like partner program or something. They have a name for it, but yeah, the views, you got to have a whole bunch of views to make good money. But you got to think about TikTokers. These popular ones get like 17, 18, 20 million views per post, right? So that equals up. If you get like, 50 cents per 1,000 views, you know what I'm saying? You can make a lot of money. And then, like on Instagrammers, people on Instagram get paid. I think one of the Kardashians gets like, $340,000 she charges to post your product on Instagram.
Insane, guys.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, social media is a female-dominated industry. I'm telling you, it's just going to be overused, abused, and you're going to see more of this, guys.
If I
more
could
of it.
cut it, guys, I just got done watching, guys. Doug MPA, he was on this panel of knuckleheads, of simps, knuckleheads, and this transformer, dude. He's taking on an entire panel of beta simps and transformers. Doug MPA, you should go over that one day on a live stream. But dude, it was like 5 people coming at him all at once.
Yeah, man.
You red pill guys. La, 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 la.
Yeah, man. Because
I just said you held your own. You held your own. You're trying to be respectful. You know what I'm saying? I'd have cussed them out first.
And that's one of the things about. So it gets to the point where people think that when they hear red pill talking points that they already hear you, they already have you figured out, right? So the people weren't listening to me, and so AJ and I, because he watched it and we're talking afterwards, and the only thing I might go over it on Sunday maybe, but anyway, guys, if you're talking about red pill content and people are jumping to conclusions and talking over you, ask them to steel man your argument. If they're trying to talk like you know what if they're trying to talk like they know what you're about or they know what you said, say what did I say, or say my argument back to me, because people just stop. We're to the point now where certain people just won't even listen. I'm like, you're not listening to me. You said this and you said this. No, I didn't. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't debate people, because I swear, man.
What's even crazier, this transformer was all like, oh my god, this red pill. I'm like, you're a Decepticon!
I know.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You
I may have
are
to go
a
over that.
Decepticon!
Yeah, I may have to go Zoinker's mates in here. What do you think about the whole TikTok ban?
Man, I'm so glad it's getting canceled. These 304's are gonna be out on the streets.
How much do US TikTokers make in revenue? Hold on. Oh man, how much? Wait, okay. How much? Go ahead. So excuse me. I'm just looking up this stat.
Well, I'm glad it's disappearing. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, I'm glad it's disappearing because none of these 304s have saved a dime from this TikTok thing. They're just gonna milk it for as long as they can, and then once it's gone, they're on the streets.
Yeah, financial planning, long-term planning with backup plans. Come on, guys. Really? No way. Uh-uh. I'm telling you, winter's here. AJ says on his channel all the time. Kevin Samuels said it. And guys, remember, 2024 was an election year. So every single election year, the current administration props up everything to try to make the economy and the job market the best it is. But the year after, everything sinks into the ground. So you think the job market's bad now? Just wait. I think 2025, the housing market's going to cave in. The job market's going to get even worse because 2024 was a whole year of people propping it up. Raymond, thoughts and minds in the house, guys. Also, if you want to go to Raymond's channel, subscribe to his channel. He's a good friend of mine. He just started and he's actually taken off. He has some good stuff over there. So subscribe to his channel too. I'd really, in fact, Raymond, if you could drop your channel in the chat, I'd appreciate that. I'm gonna ask the whole panel. On social media, would you agree that TikTok wastes more of 304's time than any other app? Or if you think it's another app, which one would it be?
I would say probably Instagram is the worst. I would actually say Instagram's worse than TikTok because Instagram literally has remained the literal 304 haven. Like most chicks that are sitting there being freaking Sheikh Mahmoud's toilet are on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's where the porta potties are on Instagram.
That's so funny. Remember, Instagram is the #1 dating app. There's more 304s hooking up with dudes on Instagram. Anyone else? What would be a bigger time
Yeah.
waster than TikTok?
So I would agree with AJ that it is mostly Instagram. Is exactly for what he said. Then, like a close second would have been TikTok.
Okay.
I mean, to be honest, is there anything else outside of that? Because, like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, like, there's Facebook, but like, young people aren't using that.
You know, it's crazy. They say that young people, no one's really using Facebook, but Facebook, not Meta, Facebook, still pulled in like $4 billion in revenue. Just Facebook. Yeah. So someone's on it still. Yep. In fact, how much revenue? How much revenue did Facebook make last year?
Me
No.
personally,
Facebook by itself, not Meta. Facebook made $117 billion. Just Facebook alone. So they're doing something right. Whiteout, good to see you, my friend. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think TikTok is the biggest time waster, especially for these simps out here. They're watching all these thirst traps and all of these women. But to answer the question, I think TikTok is the biggest time waster in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm still gonna stick with TikTok too, man. Because I've literally seen women just scrolling through TikTok. When you're in a customer service place and women are supposed to be giving you customer service and paying attention, and they're not, they're on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see.
Stalker who just signed a lease on a 3-bedroom apartment in Atlanta, Georgia, and now TikTok's going to be banned and all my income's going to be gone the day after my lease starts. So let's talk about what's going to happen and what's going to happen to a lot of creators who are in a similar position. First, before I talk about my lease, did you know that there are over 7 million US businesses on TikTok and they're going to lose over $300 million in revenue immediately after TikTok is gone? These are your neighbors. These are not influencers. These are not people in LA. These are your neighbors trying to start something small. Your friend that sells lashes. Your friend that's trying to start a candle company. It's those people.
You see what women consider businesses, guys? when men say a business, I have a business, you can assume that their business is providing a tangible service that's going to help society. But women have lashes businesses, candle businesses, hair bundles, lifestyle coach, all this garbage that doesn't matter to society. That's why when a woman says I'm an entrepreneur, laugh in her face. Laugh in her face, guys.
Now, what's going to happen to me? Because also, this lease that I live in now is going to overlap with that one. So I'm going to be paying 2 leases for a little bit just because that's the best way it could work out. And the cheapest moving quote I've gotten was $2,200. And I have a 2025 car that I just bought. So, like, what am I going to do, right? Well, I'm probably going to lose everything. They're probably going to have to seize my assets. Like, they might take the girl, please. None of that's going to happen. There's going to be a major shift, likely from what I'm seeing, from TikTok to Meta platforms. And they're already rolling out new monetization programs to help adjust with this, and a bunch of TikTok creators that will have to shuffle over there. And yes, that
So, so I don't understand. Are they going to be doing like, because what are the reels on Facebook called? Are they reels?
Yeah, I think
Are
they're
they
called
reels on
reels.
Facebook too? Okay, because the reels on Instagram. Oh yeah, because Facebook owns Instagram. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So everyone's gonna be back on Facebook, I guess.
Hey, Doug.
Yeah.
They actually have rehabilitation centers now for social media addiction.
Really?
Yeah, they actually have them because people like these women seriously cannot get off their phones. Like they're not sleeping, they're missing work, like all the things people do, like with drugs and alcohol and gambling, missing work, lying. They're doing the same thing with social media. So now they're doing rehabs for them.
Many of us.
Oh my goodness. You are 100% guys. You know what? Tangent. And this was 6 years ago.
Spend more time on social media than we probably should, but for some users, sites like Facebook, Twitter, and yes, Instagram can become a troubling obsession, causing them to lose touch with reality.
Maria Villarreal takes us to a place where young people are getting help for their social media addiction.
This is sad, guys. This was 6 years ago.
I was struggling with severe depression and anxiety.
This freaking guy. Look at you. Look at this freaking guy right here.
Beta. Doug.
What's that?
You know he was looking at them Instagram thoughts all day, every day.
I guarantee you, he had no skin left on his right hand and his freaking wang, dude. I guarantee you, it's just raw. You know what I'm saying? Look at this fucking. The worst part about it is, guys, think about this. This is who would be called upon to defend our country. Isn't that terrible? Isn't it terrible?
I think it's going to be, if TikTok goes away, I think clinical depression in this country is going to go up by like 30%.
Yeah, 100%. They say that 1 in 4 women are on psych meds. It's going to go to 50%.
I agree.
It. Yep. And the pharmaceutical companies are just going to laugh. Look at this guy, man. Come on.
David Mayer from Ohio says he felt constant
and these two, you failed as parents, man. You failed. Look at that.
Pressure from his parents to be perfect. Overwhelmed, he started...
Of course it's Seattle, guys. Of course it is. Because that is Pike's Place Market in Seattle, Washington. Guys, I was thinking this is either Seattle or Portland, one of the two. I knew it.
Perfect. Overwhelmed, he started using drugs. He also got lost online for up to 4 hours a day.
I felt like with all of my posts, I would create this false character of who I was. What I thought was the perfect version of myself, what I wanted to be, which is this young, funny, attractive guy. And obviously, I was kind of neglecting the fact that I did have a lot of sadness within me and a lot of loneliness.
David?
I'm this guy. I can't stand it, guys. Oh, poor me. I was addicted to social media. I had to create this character. Guys, I'm telling you, man, we're doomed. Because the sad part about, what's the saddest part about guys like this, guys? Put it in the chat. So what gets made? 51.
They're lost.
Yeah.
They have no direction. They're not looking to make any money. They're not looking to improve. They're not looking to work out. They're trying to be Chad, but they don't have the mindset. They're not ready for that.
Yeah, hold on real fast. Thunderstruck says, Doug, we'll lose a hilarious platform to make fun of 304's. I've never logged on to TikTok for Doug AJ put all this madness into perspective. Yeah, and you know what that means, Thunderstruck? That the CCP doesn't have your data, so good luck. So good for you on that. Good for you. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate it. The $4.99. 51. What's the saddest part about dudes like this?
The saddest thing is they are directionless, lost, but they will let a woman destroy them. Like they will look for a woman thinking that, like, not knowing how to pick a woman, and they'll let them destroy them.
Yep. Yeah. I would add to both you guys' sentiment. Life will audit you as a man,
like
guys.
me.
Life will audit you as a man. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. It doesn't matter if you're, it doesn't matter if you're hetero. It doesn't matter if you're LGBTQ. Even these trans women or whatever. Life is going to audit you as a man, and what are you going to do about it? And this kid has been prevented from learning any of those skills. What's going to happen when life gets tough? He faced adversity. It doesn't go his way. What's going to happen? And that's the thought that wakes me up in the middle of the night with all these young boys, all these young men. Life will audit you as a man.
David became withdrawn and stopped talking to his parents until they took matters into their own hands.
I got woken up 4 a.m., just two guys with my bags packed, and I was pretty frightened at first, but I mean...
So they did the take, literally snatch you in the middle of the night. Wow, it got that bad?
Did you know these guys?
No, my parents had hired them to take me here.
They forced David into the Paradigm Malibu rehab facility for 30 days to treat his social media addiction. No cell phones or internet surfing allowed. 50% of teens say they feel addicted to their mobile devices, and studies show teens who spend more time on social media are more likely to report mental health issues than those who spend less time on the sites.
I'd sit in my room for days at a time and just kind of be there, and I had nothing else to do except for just kind of curl up and go on social media.
What is the common denominator, guys? This is the ultimate example of a first world problem right here. Look at these. Look at these two. Have every single privilege, every single thing they could possibly want. Let's just send them over to freaking Senegal and have them herd goats. You know what I'm saying? This is literally what's okay. The only bigger first world problem than this is probably feminism. But other than that, named two bigger first world problems than social media addiction and feminism.
Doug.
Uh-huh.
So I was going to comment on that. So I think it was like in AJ's stream yesterday, how one of the women, she was like talking about, transforming, which is one of the main things I would say is a thing. And her parents pretty much said, okay, go to like this third world country or something like that where, they don't have first world problems. And she clearly changed her mind after that. Like ask AJ for that clip so you can see it, because I thought that was really good.
I saw it because she's like, look, I heard the bombs go off. I had to run. I didn't have time to put my breast binder on.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So she's like, you know what? I ran for my life because my body was perfectly fine. And, after that, I realized, my body can get me out of dangers. So there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah. 100%. Yep.
17-year-old Arizona native Caitlin Walker is also seeking treatment at Paradigm. Caitlin says things began spiraling out of control when her parents' marriage hit a rough patch. She turned to social media for comfort, but instead became the target of online bullying.
Like, I literally had pictures.
Guys, cyberbullying is literally a gendered issue. Young girls will cyberbully another girl until she self-deletes.
Like, stay
Insanity, guys.
There's my camera roll of people like bullying me, and I kept it.
Why?
I don't know. It was just kind of like confirmation that I wasn't good enough.
If you know that Instagram and Twitter and Facebook are causing you all this pain, why do you keep going back to it then?
It's hard to detach and realize that it's a really negative part of your life.
Paradigm says its program, which includes therapy and reconnecting with the outdoors, has an 80%
He's smashing. Come on now. Come on. He's smashing that.
success rate. It can cost upwards of $50,000, but some insurance companies do help cover the expense.
Wait. How much?
Therapy and reconnecting with the outdoors has an 80% success rate. It can cost upwards of $50,000.
$50,000. Oh my God! Can you imagine costing your parents $50,000 to get you over a social media addiction? Come on now.
But some insurance companies
Wouldn't it be cheaper to just take their phone away? Right?
Companies do help cover the expense. After
Yeah.
So I mentioned this before that I would think it would be a good idea for people when they turn become adults, like turn 18, to have to be, put in some kind of civil service, like instead of just being like, oh, you drafted for,
Yeah,
for
not the
the
military. Maybe have to work for like the city or the county or some kind of municipality or something like that.
yeah, like that, or working like farms or any kind of like civil service, just to see at the end of the day, tough life can be much tougher, and to be able to appreciate more of what you got.
Yeah, I agree. I'm always for that, guys. Hard work is a deterrent for all this stuff, man. Hands-on hard work.
30 days, Caitlin isn't ready to delete her profiles, but she's now learned.
You have the power to block someone or delete them or not look at it. And
So your parents paid $50,000 for you to realize that?
I think when I was in that situation, I didn't feel like I had the power to do that.
David now fills his time playing basketball and reading. His program might be over, but his journey is just beginning.
I plan on deleting my Twitter, deleting my Snapchat. I know now that I'm not going to create this false character. I just
Guys, I can't stand it.
need to give more time for myself.
Mireya Villarreal, CBS News, Malibu, California.
Pathetic, guys. Absolutely pathetic. Pathetic.
Duh.
Moms, single
Yeah.
fathers that are
Go ahead.
using TikTok as
So that's pretty sad, just to be like that from online bullying. I'm not saying that bullying in any fact does affect people. Like I was bullied as a child, but I was physically bullied, so I had to worry about physically getting harmed from people, and still had to deal with that on my own. So it kind of makes me like, you can escape this stuff. A lot of the times I couldn't. Like you're kind of making a problem on your own with online bullying.
Yep. All you have to do is just shut it off. That's all you have to do. But what are they saying? Who cares? Growing up, we had a saying, say it to my face. If you don't say it to my face, it doesn't count. And I firmly believe that, 100%. Firmly believe it. All right, let's try to get through this girl here.
supplemental income. Now, should I be scared about my situation specifically because
Yes, you should.
I'm putting a lot of money on the line and risking everything? Yes, but I'm just not. I don't know. I feel something on my chest, just like an unwavering sense of peace through all of this.
Because you're a woman, that's why. Women don't have follow through when it comes to debt. She's going to figure out a way somehow. Or she's going to let it all burn. And she knows that there's a safety net out there somewhere.
That no matter what happens, even if it does get bad, even if I do fall through on this lease because my income will be gone in one day, I feel like it's going to be fine. I'm smart, I'm intelligent, I'm capable, and so many of us on here are on here because we are that, including you, the viewer. Like, I feel like all of us will be okay in this, truly.
All this cope, guys. The cope is disgusting.
And maybe I'm crazy for saying that. With almost 250,000 followers on TikTok and not even 10K on any other platform, yeah, it will hit me hard, but I feel I'll be okay. So if you want to watch clearance deals, if you want to know how to save money, if you want to know the best hidden gems in different areas, and you want to see just general exploring blogs, hauls, go ahead and go to my Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. The users are on the screen. They're all linked in my bio as well. That'll be a little easier. And if you leave a follow on there, it'll be greatly appreciated. It definitely won't give me enough money to where I'll be okay through this, but I'm going to figure it out, guys. I promise you. And lastly, if this is the last week that I'm on here with you guys, I just want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate how you guys have changed my life and the lives of so many people around me, how we've poured back into communities. We gave so much for it recently.
Yeah. You're screwed. In fact, what she on YouTube, it's at Queen Tay. Let me see. At Queen Tay. How many? She has 395 subs on YouTube. She's screwed. She's screwed.
Y'all going because
All right, check this out, guys. Look at this one.
if you see happening, TikTok is getting banned. I'm losing my job. But my question to you guys is, where are y'all going? Because I know some people are going to Instagram and other people are going to YouTube. But honestly, Instagram is so toxic. Like the amount of people, the amount of comments that I've seen. YouTube, on the other hand, is good. But
she's saying Instagram is more toxic than TikTok. No, man, I disagree with that.
At the same time, I can't comment and feel like I'm interacting with my community. You know what I mean? YouTube is my entertainment while I'm eating. I think we need something else into the mix because YouTube and Instagram are not cutting. We need community. TikTok is so good because one of the reasons is that we have a community on here. But I heard there's another app that's coming up and it's similar to TikTok. It's called Neptune.
I've never heard of Neptune. I wonder if that's like Blue Sky or something like that.
But I don't know. I don't like that name. I don't know. Maybe I'm a hater. But the word Neptune makes me think that I'm going for a swim. I know a lot of you guys are excited for...
Did she say the word Neptune makes her feel like she's going for a swim? Is she serious? Guys, what the heck is going on?
A new app because that means more users are going to be...
Yeah. I mean, it kind of makes sense. It's like, what, Neptune is the god of the sea, so swimming, at least... That's probably the smartest thing I've ever heard one of them say, for real.
Raise our. Are you trying to be understanding of this woman because she has a disability? Is that it?
Did you maybe like unconsciously?
Go ahead, 51.
Did you hear her say we need community? Like she really thinks this digital, virtual stuff like TikTok is a community. It's crazy.
Yeah. She's nuts. She's absolutely nuts.
Going to be up and coming and have a spotlight. But I'm really sad that TikTok is getting banned. Not because that this is my job. Like, yes, this is my job. But at the same time, I'm really sad to lose all of you guys.
Yo.
So, John Carlo, are you talking about the way that she's speaking? Because that's because, like, she's, what, deaf?
Yeah. John Carlos, she's deaf. She can't hear. That's why she's doing sign language. So she has the accent of a deaf person.
Like, I don't know what to do without you guys. Like, you guys have really inspired me and helped me become who I am.
Guys, how does she dirty talk when she's getting it on if she's using her hands on you guys? How does the foreplay go? How does she talk dirty?
Doug, you're ridiculous.
Oh no. Oh no, it's just giving you a handski. How can she talk dirty? You know what I'm saying?
I just want to thank you. And without you guys, I couldn't have changed my major from engineering to ASL interpreting.
You guys. She was an engineering major and she majored in American Sign Language and she's deaf.
Doug, leave that girl alone.
Guys, no, man. This is freaking equal opportunity here, man. Come on now. This is like, you know what's funny? When I was in San Antonio, I met people who were born speaking Spanish who got a degree in Spanish. What are you doing? Why? What the heck is going on? What do you need a degree in American Sign Language for? When you're deaf and you already know how to sign. Insane.
You guys have given me everything, and I just want to give back, and I just want to help. You guys have also inspired me to become an actor. Like, I've always wanted to become an actor, but I never...
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be laughing. I'm going to hell, guys. Are there any deaf actors in Hollywood right now? I don't think there is.
Yeah, I don't remember any. I don't remember any recent deaf actors. Like I remember like some like in the past, but not any like recent ones.
Her first role is Helen Keller. You guys are messed up.
Believed in myself until you guys told me that I'm doing a good job. My life will never be the same without you guys. I mean, yeah, I'm scared to lose my job, yes, because that means I have to find more work, and at the same time I'm working to become an actor, and that's expensive, but it's not really that. It's really that I'm just losing you guys, and this community is so amazing. Just want to support you guys.
If this community that she's talking about can be so easily taken away, it's not real, guys. It's not real. And that's what they're gonna have to find out right now. You're gonna have to make actual friends. Meet up in person. Imagine that.
So, if you guys want, if there is a new app that comes up, you guys want any tips on how to become a creator, like please let me know and I will help you. I will try my best. I will make a video and give you my tips. But yeah, I love you guys and I'm so grateful for you guys.
It just cuts off.
It's officially happening.
So I'm gonna speed this up here because I only want to go for another half an hour.
And I'm never gonna.
All right. So there's more. I might do a part 2. 51. Thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate it. So let's get to this whole red note thing here. Yeah, I might do a part 2 and cover some more tiers. What's up?
Oh, I was just going to say, I definitely want you to make a part 2, especially after, like the aftermath of this.
Oh yeah, yep, yeah, man. Because this is gonna be big. It's gonna be big. I'm telling you, I want freaking OnlyFans to go next. Come on now. All right, so everyone is going over to Red Notes. So let's see what Red Note's about.
Refugees.
Hello,
On Monday, RedNote became the most downloaded app on Apple's App Store in the US by users who call themselves TikTok refugees.
Hello, a big welcome for my refugee friends.
Hey friends from TikTok, I'm Abe from China, and I just want to say it's so amazing to have you here.
The US will announce on the 19th of January whether it's banning TikTok. So people are moving over to RedNote in case the ban takes place. RedNote has already got 300 million monthly users. And in case you've never used it before, it's a bit like a combination between TikTok and Instagram. At the moment, it's mainly popular with young people in Mandarin-speaking countries for its mix of lifestyle, fashion, and dating content. RedNote seems to have welcomed new users with open arms, but just like TikTok, there's also been concerns of censorship when it comes to criticism on the app of the Chinese government. And in Taiwan, public officials are restricted from using it due to alleged security risks of Chinese software. But these security concerns haven't stopped users in the US.
Because these young people,
On Monday,
they don't care about it, about any of that. Security, no. Long-term planning, no. None of that. They don't care.
Most downloaded.
All right, so watch.
That maybe like.
So these are the community guidelines of RedNote. You guys ready? Because this lady is going to tell us the difference between RedNote and TikTok. Watch.
Has anyone else taken the time to translate the community guidelines on rednote? Because I'm shocked. I'm gonna show you the translation, but I was looking because I was concerned that maybe like I was being a little impulsive with downloading it and posting on there. I'm like, ooh, I should really look at what the rules are because I don't want to get in trouble with the Chinese government. I was expecting a lot of logistical things, kind of like our guidelines, like very logistical, very like cut and dry to the point. There is so much humanity, like just, oh my God, it's so different than our guidelines. Okay, so there was like some logistical things, right? But wealth is hard to come by and it is scarce for most people. Therefore, if you have relatively more wealth, please have empathy in the process of sharing consumption, take the initiative to consider the feelings of others, avoid waste, and respect workers and service workers. The Little Red Book community has a large number of content to share the consumption process and results to provide reference and suggestions for everyone. So, whether it is useful to others will be an important criterion for judging the behavior of showing off wealth. This part.
Guys, all these TikTok influencers, how are they going to get past that? How? Not showing wealth, expensive bags, expensive shoes. Get ready with me while I put on $780 worth of makeup. It's not possible. It's not possible. Not with modern
The
women. It's not. Yeah.
like as soon as I heard people from like were trying to go over to that app, I'm like, you all have to be the stupidest people in the world. This is so what like our country is screwed with people like this because it's like, do you not understand anything about their culture? What did you think? Like, the whole says like, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. I'm like, did you think that you can just bring over your way of doing stuff to China?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, first off, Americans do that anyway, but especially liberal Americans. Liberal Americans think that, um, that they have to spread their wokeness and liberalism everywhere they go. So yeah, of course. Of course. But the biggest difference between TikTok and rednote is the Chinese government's like, nope, 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 nope. And you get kicked off of that app real quick, real quick. RGL says Little Red Books was also a big thing during the Mao era of mainland China, a dark time. Folks need to check into that before trying to rush over to them as alternative. 100%. And I asked some TikToks about these people. These women are like, I can't believe how nice it is over there in China, guys. I'm gonna say this right now. Doug and Pia, I'm patriotic. I've been a black man in this country for 40 years. You know what? I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. I hate the fact that patriotism is a partisan issue. If you wave an American flag, people, oh, you must have voted for the orange man. No, I'm proud to be an American. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. And if you think it's better in China, you go over there and see what happens.
Doug,
Yeah.
I've always been about, giving ourselves a foreign exchange program. We could easily get John Carlo and get rid of like so many people.
Yep. Let's say Giancarlo. Hey, Jessica, come on over. You know what I'm saying? Come on over here. Pyro, get over here, man. We'll freaking kick some of these broads out and bring up our brothers over here. Yep.
Doug,
Yeah, go ahead.
do you know what's going to end up happening? If enough of those users go over there, they're probably going to want to start some movement. Oh, you need to change the EULA of the app. Change it so we can talk about LGBTQ HDTV things.
Yep, I agree. We need to find a way to petition. We have to go to the government and try to make the government make a Chinese company change its user guidelines. Not going to happen. This is not an American company. And even if it was, private companies don't owe you free speech. They just don't. People are crazy.
Is what really got me. Please encourage ordinary people to speak and share. The Little Red Book community is still growing and more users will pour in. They come from different regions and have different social and educational backgrounds. Even if their life experience and creative ability may be temporarily different from those of professional creators, it does not mean that they cannot contribute good ideas. It is the core value of the Little Red Book community to welcome, encourage, and tolerate the speech sharing of newcomers and ordinary people. Please don't be stingy to express your love through likes, follows, and other behaviors. They also encourage people to not over edit their videos and like be deceptive about the way that you look or the
Guys, how are modern women gonna make it on rednote? No filters? Are you serious? It's not gonna happen. This is strike two. Strike two, guys.
editing process when it comes to the beautification of anything. If your sharing involves others, please adhere to the principle of voluntariness and respect the privacy, portrait, reputation, and other right of others. If your sharing involves the deceased, please take the initiative to consider the dignity and privacy of the person concerned and his family. If your sharing involves vulnerable groups, please sympathize with the other party's situation to the greatest extent and maintain the dignity of the other party. Please respect the content shared by users. Respecting others and their achievements is a basic prerequisite for communication between people. Please treat and share sincerely with friendly interaction.
All this sounds like common sense to me, guys, right? Common sense.
Doug,
TikTok should have had this on there. Go ahead.
they're not going to be able to respect other people. These
Oh yeah, of
women are.
course not. Modern women? Heck no. No way.
Imagine if one of the red pill content creators goes over there and starts creating content. They're going to be begging to take that content down. There's no way we'll be able to survive.
Yep, to freaking deplatform. Yeah, 100%. You know what? Have someone upload top G videos on there and see how that goes. Telling you, man, liberals. It's funny how far liberals have gone into the realm of intolerance, guys. It's crazy because when I was young, it was always the right. Oh, the conservatives, they're telling you what you can't do and telling you what to do and using God and stuff. But that's been like the woke religion is just bullying people right now. It's insane.
Interaction with others, no reason can be used as an excuse for misconduct or rudeness. The respect and protection of dignity is something that is so not present in American culture. Every sharing that is useful to you has paid a considerable and creative cost, and the sharer must have invested a lot of time and energy. When you ask for more specific experiences and suggestions through comments or private messages, please express your clear gratitude, regardless of whether the other party's reply really answers your question. Don't be a reach out party and don't regard the sharer as a tool. Please don't maliciously speculate on the motivation of the sharer. Please think from another's perspective and communicate in a friendly way. There are a large number of users in the Redbook community, and it is normal for everyone to interact with people from different backgrounds. Different users usually form different views and opinions, and the same thing due to different facts and different positions. Moreover, experience sharing is a common behavior in the Little Red Book community, which usually shows a certain degree of subjectivity and tendency, which is also the objective law of such content creation. If the content of the share does not match your experience and views, please try to restore the sharer's situation first and sympathize with his mood before commenting. That wasn't even all of it, but this video is getting long, and I tell you, I was so shocked to read that.
So rednote wants its users to be decent people, considerate people, thank another content creator for using their stuff, respecting other people's views. There's no way, guys. All these TikTok broads ain't happening. No way. Especially the B-dubs. No way. Not possible.
Has anyone else
I swear to God, every single time I get on this app, you guys will never cease to amaze me how unserious we are as a generation. Obviously, like the whole commotion with the TikTok
That laugh. Yikes.
ban is going on, and I think
Yeah.
I'm really seeing a lot of these women becoming mentally unstable, and it's really scary. What do you think is going to happen
when
after
it
TikTok is
actually goes
gone.
away. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy because the effects haven't even started yet. Telling you, this is literally like taking heroin away from a heroin addict, cold turkey. And can you imagine
Doug.
if you're married to a woman who's addicted to TikTok or has a TikTok following, or or your teenage daughter or something like that has a TikTok following? It's gonna be a rough year. A rough year. Raise that. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is exactly why I want you to do follow up on it, because there is going to be aftermath, and it's going to be hilarious and sad because these are our citizens. And I mean, I'm not even really that mad if I really had to pay more for my hobby, but like, and like, I'm more or less seriously addicted to it. But
Yeah,
these people are really and really have problems.
yeah, but you don't base your whole life on your hobbies. You have a
Yeah,
job.
exactly.
You have a regular income. You have a regular schedule. You don't have any kind of illusion that you're some kind of entrepreneur or that you're contributing to society in any way that you're not. And that's what these freaking broads are crashing into. Reality, they're smashing right into it. Telling you, it's coming.
I think it's so funny that the Supreme Court's main ruling as to why they're banning TikTok is because they're like, oh, the Chinese government is like stealing our data and it's like linked to the CCP. And then Americans decide to download rednote, which is directly connected to the CCP. Wait, hold on. It's actually like the #1 most downloaded app right now. Like, that's so funny to me. And people are coming on here saying that they're getting Mandarin lessons from rednote. And especially there's this one girl, I came across her TikTok and I'll tag her user in the caption. And I also have her video reposted, but I swear to God, I was literally laughing at this TikTok for like 10 minutes straight. Basically her solution, right? She was like, all right, who in the Supreme Court needs head? I'm willing to take a couple for the team if this means we can,
That's modern women right there, guys. Who on the Supreme Court needs head?
Doug.
Go ahead.
They're trying to be. Their jokes aren't even funny. Like, she's laughing. It's not even funny. That's just idiotic.
Name a female comedian who's funny. Oh wait. Name one. Exactly. I didn't think so. You know, you may be able to get a giggle out of me every once in a while, but I'm talking like a comedy special where you're laughing the whole time, like the guys. It's just not going to happen. Raise your game. Go ahead.
So I will agree that there aren't that many really funny female comedians, like stand-up comedians. I mostly find that if they are funny, then it's like from acting and stuff like that. But I do find Maria Bamford to be really funny, and she does stand-up comedy.
I'll have to take your word for it because I don't know who that is. But Maria Bamford, because I mean, and here's the thing, guys: don't ever trust an attractive woman who's a comedian. She's not funny. You wanna know why? Because she's pretty. Men are funny because we have to be funny because we're not attractive. Women are like, why are attractive women funny? In fact, if you're attractive, it makes you not funny to me because it makes you wonder why you're trying to be funny in the first place. Like, this is literally a hobby, and you're a tourist. Funny guys, a lot of them had to be funny because they're weird looking or strange looking. Look at Joe Rogan, David Spade, Chris Farley, Jim Carrey. If they weren't funny, they get no play at all. And that's why most guys are funny. But why are attractive women trying to be funny? I don't get it. Why?
keep TikTok. I literally can't breathe. Like, guys, we cannot possibly be the new adults. Like, is this who we are? Is this
Yes, it is.
We're like going on red notes, calling ourselves TikTok refugees. You got I can't.
It's insanity.
I swear to God,
talking about China.
Okay, so guys, these are some of these women who are like, oh my God, I was on Red Note and it's so much better in China. Watch.
is absolutely not true. We're like, wait a second, I really think America has made a huge mistake when banning this app, because now that we're all on rednote, we're actually learning that a lot of the crap that they've been talking about China is absolutely not true. We're like, wait a second, you guys have universal health care? You don't have to pay for an ambulance when you get picked up to the hospital. You have amazing cars for very low prices. Huawei, the amazing phones they have, are also so much better than iPhones. And all of that is forbidden here. We cannot have any of that. Wait a second, you can walk at night outside and not be afraid? There's no mass unalivings in schools? What?
Guys, what are some of the glaring differences between living in the United States and living in China? I'll go first. The government can make you disappear! And there's nothing you can do about it. What about those gulags of the Muslim Chinese? The what are they called? The Uyghurs or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
They have Chinese gulags up there. What are they talking about? These are Americans saying this. This is insane. Reza, what were you saying?
Doug, she must be like a paid actor or something. Majority of that stuff is not true. Almost everything she said is a lie. Though it probably is a little bit safer to walk in China at night than it is in some American cities. But that's their fault, not like it could be safer if they didn't make the laws to do so.
Well, if we could impose the same amount of penalties the Chinese do, we'd have safer cities too.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. It's like it's mostly these people making it so lax that you can pretty much steal whenever you want.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Can you imagine if we had Chinese punishments of the last 4 years? There'd be no shoplifting. None at all. Yeah, she's a paid actor, man. Come on now.
What's that like? And I had someone comment on my red note being like, now that you're here, I hope you can see that we're not the beasts that, your news made us seem to be. And I was like, we never thought you guys were. I feel like we always knew it was bullshit. And yeah, no country's perfect. There's a lot of issues everywhere in this world. But it's very interesting. We're learning much more, I think, than they wanted us to know. And I think that's not a very good idea for our government. Also, I'm shocked by how quickly people are picking up Mandarin. Like, I feel like you guys need to teach me. How do I do this as quickly as you? Because it's incredible. Like, Americans from Alabama are now speaking fluent Mandarin in like 3 days.
Guys, modern women right here, guys. Modern women.
Doug.
My head is literally hurting. Like, I'm getting a migraine from this. Insane. Go ahead, Reza.
Has made a huge mistake.
You happen to see that she did not on screen take a bite of that ice cream at all.
Yeah.
The whole I go by this because I heard it on like someone make a joke about it. Never trust a person who doesn't eat chocolate.
especially if it's in their hand.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think of this whole thing, man?
It's completely hilarious. It's like the election all over again.
Insane, guys. What is going on?
Yes.
You have Americans bound down to China because they have to get their social media fix. And hey, bravo on China, man. They got our young people. If they plan this, I mean, this is one of those stories where the worst part about it is that this is happening to Americans. But if you take the names off of it and just look at it as a concept, you have to give them a round of applause because we're screwed.
Doug.
Go ahead.
If these 304s were smart, they would actually have used this to their benefit. I know you've seen on TikTok how these 304s are trying to go out to these public places and find a husband. They could have actually done that and say, oh, yeah, I'm not one of those women that are on TikTok. But, they don't use their brains. They're not really thinking like that. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, come on now. 304s are getting 304. Critical thinking skills?
Nope.
Long-term planning?
Nope.
Budgeting?
Nope.
Protecting your data?
Nope.
Common sense?
Nope.
None of it, man. No way. You're gonna learn Mandarin to be able to get your TikTok fixed. Insane. Insanity.
No, don't do that. Hey, why are their groceries so much cheaper than ours?
For me, it wasn't the groceries. I saw one video of a guy who was like, after I pay off this apartment, it's mine forever and I don't have to pay property tax on it. So like, once it's paid off, I can live here until I die and no one can take it from me. I live in constant fear of like, what if I can't work when I'm 80 and like my house just gets taken away and I'm homeless, or even 70, like just homeless, just on the streets because I can't pay property tax, even though I've worked my ass off my whole life, but I was just bad at saving. Like I work so hard that I pay things off really quickly, but it doesn't matter how many things are paid off because I still have to keep working because of the property tax. And there's a bunch of cardinals and bluebirds in my front yard right now. But someday, even if this house is paid off, they could just take it away from me.
Once again, go to China. Go. What's stopping all you broads? I'm telling you, I want to see it. Just like after the election, Orange Man won, so I'm gonna move out of the United States. Go. We don't need you. Go. I'm all for it. Why are you still here? And I'm telling you guys, Americans, we are so far removed from hardship that we're literally talking like this. I have a theory where America solves a problem, and then 3 generations later, we forget all about the problem and why we had to solve it in the first place. It's just like Title IX and all the. There's a reason why Title IX had to get passed. It's because women weren't getting opportunities in sports, so we had to separate women. Now they want to put it back together again by putting in women's sports. Insanity, guys. Insane. There's a reason why America calls China a threat. But this generation has no idea. Guys, I was watching this one compilation of young people talking about America's imperialism or something like that. And this one guy was like, I just can't believe that we had to drop the bomb on 2 cities in Japan in World War II. Because did we really have to do that? What about the suffering of the people? Are you crazy? Are you insane? Come on now. That's where we're at, guys. That's where we're at. Gen Z, I'll say right now, Gen Z is the worst generation ever shat out in America, and you can't tell me different. Most of the time, I know the silent generation said bad stuff about the boomers, and the boomers said bad things about Gen X. Then Gen X said bad things about millennials, but all of us united against Gen Z. Gen Z are literally a bunch of boneheads, a bunch of woke, freaking boneheads, all of them. And the worst part about it is they're coming into the workforce. They have their freaking gender studies degree in hand, ready to tell you what they are and aren't going to do. They need mental health days. They want a mental health professional on staff at work all the time. Insane, guys. Student loan debt. They want your tax dollars to pay for all their bad decisions. That's Gen Z. Insanity, guys. Except Pyro. Pyro's cool. Guys, yikes. But I'm gonna. Is there any more here?
Hey, why are their
I
groceries?
think I'm gonna shut this down.
No, I did.
Okay, let's check out Miss Makeup here. Before you shut this thing down. God, look at that on her face, guys. Look at that. Yikes. Well, remember the red note guidelines said no changing your appearance or filters or anything like that? Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so like, did I download Rednote? I did, but
look at her face, guys. Come on.
Was I scared? Yes. I was just confused, like, wait, how is this the new TikTok? Like, I'm confused, like, what do you mean? So anyways, I downloaded Rednote. You guys can go follow me. I don't know what to post on there. I literally don't. I've seen the fashion girlies and I just don't belong there because I literally, you guys know, like, the fashion journey for me has been the struggle. I used to wear pink tracksuits every day. Like, let's be for real. I'm gonna attempt to post on Rednote. I don't really know what to do over there yet. Like, I have absolutely no freaking idea on this lovely earth that God created for us. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do on there because like my niche is like lifestyle, but like beauty and like I don't know. Sometimes
Guys, I'm convinced that they don't really need all this stuff here. They really don't.
I agree.
Because what did she put on? I like what did she put on the first time, and what's she putting on now? Someone explain this to me. I don't get it.
like mom life. So I'm just like, what do I?
Did she say mom life? Wait, hold up a second. Wait, wait, what?
Beauty and like I don't know. Sometimes like mom life. So I'm just like,
She did. Now, does she have a ring on her finger?
what do you mean? Like, what is my niche? Like, I'm
Of course. Why did I even ask that question? Of course she doesn't.
just a girl. I don't know. Literally, that's my niche. I'm just a girl. On a real note, I've been posting YouTube videos for quite some time now, like probably like 2 or 3 years. I love YouTube. Like, I love ew, girl, not my hair being so flat. I love posting on YouTube. I literally love it over there. Like, you guys know, YouTube gets to see like so much more of me because it's long form content. But since TikTok may or may not be banned,
Guys, biggest enemy of these modern women is a bucket of water. Could you imagine just throwing a bucket of water on this broad and just watching her melt down the drain? Could you imagine?
we may get an extension. We don't know. Okay, what do you guys?
Like she will be saying, "I'm melting," like
I know.
witch.
This is freaking modern day sorcery right here. Look at this.
I've been doing the week in my life. I've been doing the day in my life. Like, I've been doing all of that and I will continue to do that. But are there any like sit down videos you guys want to see? I plan on doing a Q&A real soon because girl, y'all be asking a lot of questions, okay? But anywho, yeah, what do you guys want to see on YouTube? What sit down videos do you guys want to see? Because I'm not just a vlogger. Like, I hate to break it to y'all, but like I also love sit down videos, okay? I'm gonna be posting my 2024 favorites really soon. That kind of stuff interests me also, but also like glow up stuff, like the whole thing. I'm drinking my coffee, so I'm like talking 2,000 miles a minute. That's the kind of stuff I want to see. I don't want to see vlogs all the time, okay? Like, that's personally for me. But if y'all want to see vlogs all the time, like, by all means, girl. I mean, my life kind of feels the same a lot of the times. Like, I'm just a girl, just a mom, 25, just trying to get
25, a single mother, and all she does is this. How many followers does she? Well, we'll look after the video.
through each day, you know? Anyways, did we all forget about MacFix Plus? Because it's so good. I need to get a new bottle of this ASAP. Like, why did we forget about her? Like, the spray and everything is just so good. Make sure you're following my Instagram, JDammer with 4 R's. Also, make sure, I need to do an updated makeup tutorial because this is eating. Make sure you're following my YouTube, JDammer, and make sure you're following my Rednote, JDammer. Love you.
Insane, guys. She has
Okay, so like
288,000 followers on Instagram, and then what does she have on TikTok? 2.6 million followers, guys. What is going? All gone. All gone.
Mm-hmm.
And is her kid half black? Please tell me her kid's half black. Please, please, please. Is she gonna show her kid?
I think you just passed it up. Yeah, up. Yep, right there.
Right here?
No, down one. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I knew it.
Wait. Is their kids like darker shade?
Yeah.
Oh.
I knew it, you guys. I knew it. Come on now. And Giancarlo put it the best. Nug has left the scene. Guys, come on. You saw that coming. Look at this.
No, I'm going to be fighting for my life today in the gym. Not because it's leg day, but because it's the day before Thanksgiving.
She has a son, of course.
She's dressing him up just like Nug.
Yep. Come on now. Rachel, what's up, buddy?
It's like they always have a son. They just have to perpetuate the the stereotype is like, oh, I screwed up. I'm gonna make sure my children screwed up. It's like we're just gonna destroy my whole lineage. You heard how many times she said, I'm just a girl, I'm just a girl. I'm so tired of them saying that. It's like, oh, I have no accountability because I it just frustrates me.
And here's the thing about women like this, guys. The only thing decent that I hate Donovan Sharp. I hate him. I hate him. But he has said a couple of good concepts. This woman has a half black son, so she's taken a bunch of black dicks, and no white guy will touch her. After
Yeah.
this, if you have evidence that you've been swallowing freaking BBC, no white guy will touch you after this. This little bastard right here condemns her to only dealing with Pookie, Ray Ray, and Nug Nug.
Mm-hmm.
I
Exactly.
honestly believe that. Because I'm telling you, I don't know why she had this little guy. Bless them, whatever. But I'm telling you, athletes, entertainers, rappers, SoundCloud rappers, YouTubers, for the rest of her life, right here, and they're
Doug,
all
you,
gonna be black. Go ahead.
Doug, you knew why she had the baby. She was trying to keep Nug Nug around. She can't get a man without all that clown makeup on her face.
Guys. Yeah, you said it. You said 100%, guys. Honestly believe that. Oh my god, I knew it, man. I called it. Look at this girl.
The funny thing about it is, like, if she
Is that her
never used
without
makeup,
makeup? Look at that. Oh,
That's bad. That's man.
Doug,
that.
Look at
Go ahead.
that.
like, if she has never used makeup, she would probably look pretty okay. Like, the makeup is probably like destroying her skin.
Yeah, but at least she's thin. Look at this little dude. God.
Yeah, that kid is cooked.
Yeah. All right, you guys. I'm gonna
You
shut
know
this thing
how
down. Go ahead. Go ahead.
you know how I feel about like when parents do this. It's like they're just creating like the villain origin story for these kids.
Yeah. Using your kids as content is like the newest villain origin story. It's just like being a mom with an OF is a new villain origin story too. Because did you ever hear about Pamela Anderson's son and how he used to have to defend his mom, Pamela Anderson's son, defended mom. Okay. It says Brandon Thomas Lee, Pamela Anderson's son, has defended his mother by working to change Hollywood's view of her. He wants to help her be seen as a serious actress and not just a sex symbol. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, too
It's
bad.
never gonna happen. Yep. It's never gonna happen. You guys know that Pamela Anderson has hepatitis C. Ugh. Yikes. That's why she looks so terrible. Hepatitis C. Ugh. Anyway, but I'm gonna shut this bad boy down because I'm gonna hop over to AJ's stream. If anyone wants a gaming recommendation for PS5, I like Metroidvanias. So that the Prince of Persia, the Lost Crown, is great. It's great. I beat Metroid Dread for Switch on like all 3 difficulties, and Prince of Persia is better than Metroid Dread. I'll say it. It's really good. It's Ubisoft, but it's good. So I'm gonna be playing that, and I'm gonna be on AJ's stream. So we'll start with Zoinker's mate. So, last thoughts on this TikTok ban?
I think it's gonna do good for society. Hopefully, more people can go outside. But honestly, I'm just waiting to see all these women get cooked. They're gonna be out on the streets. They're gonna be begging. They're gonna be hitting up their exes left and right. I hope you boys are ready.
I agree 100%. And all and for me, I I love I love the financial aspect of it. All these women, how cars getting repossessed, houses getting foreclosed on, evicted out of apartments, student loan debt is going to go into the fall. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Rajai, last thoughts on the TikTok ban.
I really think these people are ridiculous about how upset about losing TikTok. Like, I go to the grocery store, there are things that I haven't bought in a while because they have gone so much up in price. And I'll be like, well, I just have to deal with it. I don't drink orange juice because it's like twice the price or whatever, and do alternatives. But like, I'm not in a, like, there's more serious problems. And it's pretty sad that they're so upset, especially since they really didn't do anything to try to stop it. I mean, they probably couldn't really have done anything, but it's like they didn't really put effort. Like, I can understand, like, oh man, I went and talked to my local representative and, they're still not doing it or something. But it's like, nope. It's just like, oh, it's just gonna, like, we can just do nothing and not be surprised that this is happening.
Yeah, I just think that they honestly didn't think that it was going to happen. Because even I've actually signed on to a major channel for like script writing part time, which is why my videos have gone aren't as frequent. But and so the people that I write scripts for was like, oh yeah, we didn't think it was ever going to happen. I'm like, yeah, well, it happened. That's the worst thing you can do is think something's never going to happen. Like the freaking LA County Fire Department. They never thought that wildfire was going to happen. Look what happened. Pyro, final thoughts on the TikTok ban. Kona Commuter, haven't seen you in a while, buddy. How you doing? What's going on? We're actually closing up shop. Pyro, last thoughts on the TikTok ban.
All I can say is so I'm glad it's happening because TikTok is a big waste of time, especially with all their foolishness like propaganda, their rainbow propaganda, and they just keep showing other people, as I mean kids, these Decepticons and Autobots all over the place, telling them that it's okay to what should I put it, castrate themselves, bro. Like, I think nobody should see that online, bro. Like, they should have already get rid of most of those stuff, and the 304 behaviors should have already been gone.
And here's the thing: there's a consensus amongst the entire intelligence community that TikTok is a cyber threat. This is both sides of the aisle. And remember, the left, Sleepy Joe's administration signed this into law. So they can't blame it on the orange man. They can't blame it on the right. They can't do any of that. And if the orange man saves TikTok, I'm going to laugh. I'm going to laugh. Because then we'll be able to use that against all these broads who try to post anything against the orange man on TikTok. You can say, you wouldn't even be here without the orange man. It's going to be great. But yeah, once again, I'm looking forward to all these women losing their incomes, having to, hopefully some of these now hiring signs at McDonald's and Burger King will come down. It's going to be great. We're going to see some really attractive women working some lowly jobs. So, you might want to become a cook at Applebee's. All right, you guys, I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to head over to AJ's stream. He's doing 304's right now. Rage Gamer, thank you for being here. Pyro, thanks for being here. Tom, Anders, Kona Commander, Zoinkas mate, thank you for being on the panel. Ronnie, Giancarlo, 8-Bit Banger, AJ, Kimper Julian, who else? RJL. Who else was in here? 51, thanks for being on the panel. All you guys, I really appreciate you guys. I'll be going live on Sunday. I'll see you then, okay?
Yeah, see you soon, man.
All right, bye.